Okay, moving on to the West.
Boom. Bang. I'm Rourke. That's Sean. We're moving on to the West. Rockets Warriors, baby.
Rockets Warriors.
Saturday. Huge game tonight.
Rourke, where are you going to be tonight?
Tonight. I'm going to be watching the game, baby, just like you.
Where are you going to be watching the game from?
I don't know, dude. Like, in my seat.
In your seat? Where's your seat?
In, down over there.
You're going to the f***ing game.
Yeah, it's not really what you think. So I'll be honest.
Okay.
Mike D'Antoni called me up. He called me up.
Oh.
He said, "Look, we're coming back to Houston, Rourke.
Uh-huh.
I got your email you sent out at the beginning of the playoffs.
Right.
Extra shooter, just let me come work in. I just want to work out one day. Hey, do yourself the justice. You put in this much effort, D'Antoni. Get yourself this far. It's looking a little down 0-2 right now. You need some more shooters. Let's just a workout. It's
Absolutely.
just a workout. You're already going to be there anyway. Why don't you just see what's going on?
Capella's not working out in the lineup right now.
Exactly.
They need more shooting. They need more floor spacing.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring they got a spare jersey. I'm going to bring my jersey. We'll see. Number might get called, might not. But, yeah, I will be in the Toyota Center. Ready to play, ready to watch, ready for the Rockets to win, most importantly.
Absolutely.
The Rockets down 0-2. It's very depressing. It's been hard to sleep at night. I'm not going to lie. But, when we talked about the first series, let's just make our picks real quick. Rockets in 7.
I had Rockets in 7 as well.
Okay. Well, I guess,
Are you changing your answer?
No. Well, if I was going to change my answer, it'd be like,
I am.
Whatever, because, Steph Curry, chicken curry, hell, you can curry the 1 divided by 4, don't matter. Rock the 4! Rock the 4.
All right. I'm changing my answer. I don't think it's going 6. Or I don't think it's going 7.
6. Rockets in 6.
Rockets in 6, baby.
Reverse sweep. Sweep. No, okay, let's be real, because then we're going to lose. We're losing. Everyone that's watching is thinking, okay, these guys.
Yeah. Analysts before fans.
It's pretty simple.
Warriors.
The Warriors are the best team in the NBA. No one else has a chance. Rings. Bang. Okay, now, real. You look at the first 2 games. Rockets had a chance to not only win game 1, but really they could have won game 2 too as well. Problem was, after game 1, the Rockets in Golden State had the most rest. They got there early. They got a lot of shit for being there while the Warriors were still playing the Clippers, whatever. And they were able to start game planning and getting ready to go. They came out the gates all right, just not shooting the ball well. They looked aggressive. They looked fine. I think we started I can't remember the exact stat, but it was something crazy, 1 for 11 from 3, or we were 0 for 8 or something. It was stupid. And so we start shooting the ball not too well. Find ourselves in the game the whole time. Still able, Golden State's kind of leading a little bit, controlling the game. Unfortunately, Kevin Durant's able to really take over in the second half. But the Rockets, as we know, in game 1, still had a solid chance to win. Unfortunately, lots of missed calls on the referees, which I don't even want to blame the referees for saying the Rockets got robbed in game 1. If you ask me personally, I do think that made a difference maker in the Rockets not winning the game. But still, it comes down to the end of the game. Rockets still have a chance with 10 seconds left to tie the game up, take it to overtime. Personally, I think on that final call in game 1 where Harden shot the 3 over Draymond Green, a lot of contact, it looked like, and I will admit Harden did jackknife his legs, put him out into Draymond Green. But based on the flow of the game, even though they weren't making those calls, it seemed like Houston was almost due for that call, especially because they had admitted to Houston that they missed 4 calls, 3-point plays, shots, mainly on 3 of them on Klay Thompson, 1 of them on Curry, and they missed those 3s. And they did it late in the game too. They didn't call it. One on with Curry, and Curry should have fouled out in the last 2 minutes. The NBA 2-minute report came out and said he should have fouled out, so he should have never hit that clutch 3 with Nene. But we all know what happens. He did. Reality's reality. It still happened. And the Rockets still, with that, find themselves an opportunity to be the best team ever assembled. And with the final shot, I do think Harden should have got that call. So even though he pushed his legs out, you can't deny that Draymond Green still came in his shooting space. He still jumped forward. And if Harden, if you're a jump shooter, every jump shooter, if you're going to fall through the shot, your feet are going to go forward. You're not going to jump back. So if your feet are coming forward, if you look at it, he still didn't really have enough room to land. And in the regular season, they're going to call that 10 out of 10 times. Like you said, Harden's not getting these calls, whatever. Point is, Rockets lose game 1. Still had a really good chance to win. Didn't shoot the ball that well.
Still very close game. Only a 4-point loss. Second game, only like a 9-point loss. They've been into both games.
For game 2, you gotta give your props to Gordon real quick. Had a solid game 1. Okay, Capella shot 2 shots. The guys really held him up, but he looked like he bounced back a little bit in game 2. Virus not so strong. PJ Tucker shot a goose egg in game 1, came out, hit a couple shots game 2. But now, transitioned us to game 2. I just want to point out, Capella was hurt, or not hurt, but the virus. Now he's looking a little better.
Very good. Austin Rivers didn't play in game 1 either.
Still had a chance to win the game.
Yeah. Anyway, Austin Rivers doesn't play game 1. That's a big thing as well. Rivers plays games 2. They win. I think they won. I think they lost by 9. I think Rockets lost by 9 in game 2. So still, they've been in the running the entire game for both games. Harden with his eye, whatever. I'm not gonna, whatever. This whole series has been referees in game 1, injuries in game 2. I don't care. The team's been really competitive, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. Game 3 is a must-win for the Rockets, obviously. I don't think anyone needs to hear me say that. I just think that I think Capella needs to go to the bench. Capella's not looking very playable right now with how Draymond Green is guarding the lobs and Harden on the drives. I think that they put Austin Rivers in the lineup and they run it that way just until until they bring in who's their. So I mean, Bogut's one of theirs, but who's the other guy? The
Looney, Kevon.
Yeah, Looney. Until they bring him in, Capella's on the bench, or you run him. You just don't start him. I just don't think you start him in Game 3. Try it out. You have these games. I think one thing I'm starting to realize with these series of the Warriors and the Rockets is you're really starting to see James Harden's legacy take shape, and I don't think people are shaping it the right way. Here's how I'm seeing it. You have the greatest team ever assembled on paper, and some might say even on the court. And who are you scared of beating you? One dude in Houston? One dude in Houston is giving a run for your money, and you're the best team in the history of basketball? And somehow he's not your MVP. I don't know.
Well,
it's starting to upset me that people are so biased against James Harden when they shouldn't be. It's just not. It's not nice. That's what I want to say. It's not very nice of you to be a dick to James Harden. The man's one-eyed, and the Warriors are saying, "Oh, he's faking it. He's faking it." Dude, this dude has played with injuries like the past 3 seasons. Like I'm pretty sure I can count the number of games I haven't seen James Harden's wrist taped up on one hand. I don't know where I'm going on with all this.
He's getting hated on, and he's not getting any sort of appreciation.
And I'm worried that if they lose the series, everyone's gonna get back on the same beat dead horse of James Harden chokes in the playoff. James Harden chokes in the playoff. No, okay. He's literally like I think it was Stephen A. Smith had said this thing. A lot of people would have won championships if it wasn't for Michael Jordan. Well, guess what? James Harden might have a championship if it wasn't for the Golden State Warriors. LeBron James might have a couple more championships if it wasn't for the Golden State Warriors. So, I don't know. Game 3, very pivotal, as we like to say. Very interested to see what happens with the game tonight.
Yeah.
I still think...
Honestly... Bless you.
Thank you.
Like I said earlier, with the Bucks during the Bucks and Celtics video series, Harden doesn't get a lot of empathy or sympathy for his play style because not a lot of old school basketball players, especially, but not a lot of people who watch basketball like to see that ISO style of play, so they don't really want to reward it. And whenever it doesn't work out, they're always first and they're very quick to blame the play style, blame how he's playing, and say you can't win like that, especially in the playoffs. I don't know how many analysts, how many reporters have said that the ISO style basketball can't win in the playoffs. Well, news for you. I didn't see. I was definitely not alive yet. But MJ, seen some highlights. Looks like a lot of ISO. I said Kobe, 5 rings. Looked like a lot of ISO to me. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Just because James Harden ISOs a little bit more than those guys.
No, here's the difference. It's not that he ISOs more, even though he definitely does ISO more. The difference is he's creating the offense for the team. He's getting everyone the shot. And I was going to say real quick, the difference between him is he doesn't have that playoff success yet. He doesn't have that kind of clutch type of success. So people don't really want to back him up whenever he's playing like he does have that kind of success. Like the Kobe and the MJs, when they take over, they do what they want. It's because, look, everyone thinks they're proven. They've done something. But when you look at Harden, you almost say the opposite. You almost say, no, he's done the opposite. You know, he's choked. 2 for 13 in Game 7. Terrible series to close out the Spurs in Game 6 without Kawhi 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone's very quick to state Harden's not that guy. He can't be that guy. And that's why he's not going to win the MVP. That's why he's going to get snubbed over Giannis, because it's undeniable. His stats were way better, career record-breaking, historic, the way he takes over the games, and the amount of 50-point games he had compared to the rest of the league. 60-point games, he had 2 of the 3 games. And so Harden really able to put the team on his back, and it unfortunately gets to every play to where it's either an ISO or pick and roll. He's trying to get a matchup, preferably Curry on him, and he's going to have to make something happen. And whether that's driving to the basket, getting a foul, floating it up to Capella, or just shooting a floater, or kicking it out to a 3, it's on him at the end of the day. And when it works, you know, sure, okay, the Rockets won. But when it doesn't work, it's the play style, it's Harden, it's whatever. And I like what Stephen A. Smith said. It's not only about Harden. What about Chris Paul? Chris Paul shooting the ball 50% in this series, averaging 17 points. I want to see him get involved tonight. I want to see him moving the ball. I want to see him demand the ball a little bit more in games. Start rolling stuff, especially with the pick and roll with Capella. I like how you said, don't start Capella. I heard Tracy McGrady say that. A couple other people thinking that. It's go smaller, go with the shooters. Don't start the big man, especially because he's not playing well with the virus. But I disagree. I think that's how the Rockets have been able to exploit and break down defenses. Harden and Chris Paul, they're only able, especially Harden, they really get to the rim whenever the help defense has to stay. Right now, the help defense is not staying. Right now, they're doubling Harden to shoot the floater. They're collapsing on him and not letting him kick it to shooters. But the only way you're going to break that down is if A, you start scoring on him, or B, what's easier, what the Rockets have done all season, is be able to get that lob going to Capella. Now, he has not been in shape, been the athletic presence that we've seen Capella, because he's got these 2 stomach viruses. But he had 14 and 10 last game, looked a little stronger, still didn't really look like he could do too much on his own. He was more just kind of open dump-offs, whatever. But tonight, he knows it. He's very young, very athletic. He's got to be thinking, I hope he's feeling better. I don't know how he's feeling. But he's got to be thinking, okay, this is my time, because he hears the noise. And I do think that for the Rockets to win, they're going to have to be able to – he's a major part of how they break down the defense. I think if you're not going to start Capella – you know, okay, Austin Rivers, he had a solid game, but let's not forget he shot the ball terribly to end the regular season. He didn't shoot the ball, particularly well against Utah either. So, you know, he has a flu. I was like, okay, he looks like MJ with the flu, whatever. He had some solid shots, some clutch shots. I'm not denying that in Game 2. When Harden went out in Game 2, Austin Rivers was better than Harden. He was the reason the Rockets were able to outscore the Warriors while Harden was gone with the eye injury. And now Harden f***s up his eye. You see... Draymond really did it, but you said the Warriors are complaining, acting like he's over-exaggerated. It's not that bad. I mean, did you see his bloodshot eyes? Did you see the cut? Oh, my God.
It's hard to fake that.
But they didn't call that a foul.
Yeah, also not a foul.
Whatever.
It's an accident. It was an accident. But
he didn't come out. I don't think he gets any credit for, to be able to come in, and he shot the ball incredibly well. He shot the ball. Oh, my God. I think he finished the game either 7 for 15
are tied in points and field goal attempts and rebounds in the entire series. And you have Stephen A. Smith saying that Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Stupid. Anyway, we're spending a little too much time on this.
I want to make that important. He's got the same field goal percentage, same shot attempts, same shot mix as KD in the series. And we're holding him to KD's playing great, Harden's playing like ass. Yeah. So, coming in Game 3, I think Harden's going to kill it. I really think you can count him in for a 30-point, 10 assist game. at least. I hope Gordon plays well, but he's kind of played well the last couple of games. I don't know if he's going to be a little shaky. I do think we get better bench contribution in Houston. I'm looking for Gerald Green this game. I hope we get Fareed some minutes. I mean,
he's
well, but you can run with Fareed at the 5 whenever Capella's not in, or you don't want to put in that extra shooter or whatever. Like Fareed can still shoot a little bit, but he's very athletic, and you need those kind of hustle athletic players, especially in these playoffs, to get those loose balls, all the extra shots, because the biggest problem, I'm saving this till the end, the biggest problem in this series now is the rebounding.
No, it's been the rebounding. It's been the rebounding all season.
And you're gonna put in Austin Rivers for Capella when
I see what you're saying, but
way more shots, and like we.
Well, if you're not getting Austin Rivers, then do Fareed over Capella, because at least Fareed will take threes.
Yeah, we don't have to control the boards, but we just have to stay competitive with them. We can't be getting blown out by 10 plus offensive rebounds, 10 plus defensive rebounds every game when we're shooting the ball better than the Warriors. Does that make sense?
I mean, the biggest thing is boxing out. I mean, the Warriors get at least like a tip dunk, like at least 2-3 tip dunks a game, and those come from guards, people you should be boxing out on the perimeter. That's the biggest thing. It's not even the bigs doing all the damage. It's those are impact plays, and those are coming from forwards like Iguodala and Alfonso McKinney and people like that. Like the people you need to be boxing out.
Yeah, like
someone pointed out on Twitter. I really want to move on after this. Someone pointed out on Twitter how Trevor Ariza was very impactful in boxing out last series, and we don't have that anymore. And so boxing out, very big key point of impact for me going into game 3. Sorry, what else do you want to say?
We shot the ball over 10% better from 3 than the Warriors. We shot the ball from the field just barely better than the Warriors last game. But we had 10 offensive rebounds to their 18. Now, I don't know the second chance points exactly, but I definitely know that the second chance points we got destroyed on. And those easy buckets, you can't give the best team in the NBA, the best shooters in the NBA, these extra free shots. You can't make Draymond Green look like, I don't know, dude. He's like, I don't want to say old Draymond Green because he's better than old Draymond Green. Like,
he's got like 20 pounds.
Able to, if you have Draymond Green controlling the tempo, you got a problem. Like, it needs to be Chris Paul and James Harden. Like, I promise we've been playing a little bit from behind both these games, so I think we're going to come out strong, shoot the ball well. Even though we shot the ball 40% from 3 last game, the difference is controlling the boards and getting that playmaking with Harden. I think he's going to show out. Game 3, easy win. We'll see what's going on with Game 4. I'm going to take him for Game 4 as well. We'll probably have to lose Game 5 then win Game 6, and then it's not looking good for the Rockets. But it holds true to the team, Rockets in 7.
They still have a shot, and that's what matters.